She's a ginger
She's
nut.
a ginger nut. She's a ginger nut.
The same.
What's the difference?
Ooh.
More content!
Yes!
Yes! Okay.
New option.
Oh, sick. Okay. So we've unlocked more of...
More of Inaya's and then also the option to be Amhari.
Okay, awesome. Amhari Abdi. I've never seen the name Amhari before, so I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Abdi I know. And so it looks like she's Qatari and South African. She, he pronouns. I don't know what the image is. 28 years old, and is that?
It's not Scorpio, it's the other M one. Because Scorpio's got a little flicky tail.
I was gonna say, is that Scorpio? Lesbians born after 1994 can't cook. All they do is eat ramen, buy 7 wedding rings, eat hot chip and cry. That, as a lesbian who was born after 1994, how much of that is true? I can cook. I do.
You do eat a lot of ramen.
I eat a shitload of ramen.
It's fancy ramen though, you put stuff in it.
Sometimes. Yesterday I found you know Shin Ramyun, the like Korean ramen.
Oh yeah, that's the one that Bug likes. It's too spicy for me.
I love it. It burns my face off, but I love it. If I'm in the mood to have my face burned off though. There's a kimchi flavour, which is a lot less spicy actually.
Ah.
I had that yesterday, but I had it with like 2 Richmond's meat-free sausages because I was so like, I can't cook.
I've put sausages in ramen before. I've put southern fried chicken bites in ramen before.
Okay, but that
in an
slaps.
attempt for it to be like
But that
katsu.
slaps. No, but that slaps. The thing is, the sausages in the ramen was like, whatever. But like, fake fried chicken in instant ramen is genius. That... it's so good. I want some now. Okay, so I can cook. I was born after 1994. I can cook. All I do is eat ramen. I would buy 7 wedding. You know, I still think that this is true of me, but like I don't. I guess that I've not like.
You've done it emotionally.
Yeah, it's just been a really long time. And I feel like more recently when I've had crushes on people, I've been more normal about it. Eat hot chip. I don't know, what's hot chip?
I think it does literally just mean hot chips.
Hot chips?
Just have nice hot chips.
But is it... Because when Americans say chips, they mean crisps.
Oh, true.
So, is it something... I'm gonna Google it. I mean, I do eat things and cry. That's true. Hot
Also,
chip.
the zodiac sign is Virgo.
I fuck with that. I'm a Virgo moon.
Hot chips refer to French fries. It's just chip!
That's just chips!
I don't know, are the people who made this game actually Canadian?
They're definitely not British.
No.
They're definitely not British. We love some lesbian representation.
Yeah, and some she-he representation as well.
Yeah.
She-he, but never they. Bitches love drama in the workplace until it involves them.
Yeah.
That really is what being an HR specialist is.
Yep. Okay, yeah, let's keep going with Inaya. Let's commit to Inaya. Yeah, I mean, I definitely really, really want to play more. So
yeah.
If people want more from us, then we can see.
Let us know.
Ashley, 24. Start date?
Yes.
Ooh. Sorry about your chair. There we go.
the fun backwards times. I hate that chair so much.
So I can lock it into place, but if it's not locked into place, then it goes all the way
Baking with a straight girl, you were right.
Yeah, no, I was saying
Blackbird.
off camera that I saw content warnings, ableist language, and did it say racist?
I think it just said harassment.
Okay. Harassment and ableist language, I think it said. Yeah, we were saying off camera, I was saying that I think I saw online on Twitter, on the ValiDate account, that Ashley was straight. So I'm interested in this and what's gonna happen. Baking with a straight girl as well.
That's a great name. Predictably, you sleep through your alarm. You've been meaning to stop doing that for a while. Like, really working on getting your shit together and not immediately slamming the snooze button again and again like a reflex. God, this is calling me out.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Bug sent me a TikTok the other day that was like a girl talking to her boyfriend, and it just said, yeah, babe, I really don't mind waking up to your alarm that you snooze 6 times in the morning while you just completely sleep through it. And I was like, don't call me out like this, I have ADHD.
Nobody has to suffer on my behalf, only me. Maybe Chickpea a little bit. Especially because I'm like outing myself now as like having my office and recording space in my bedroom. Because
space constraints.
Yeah. But she's been napping in like that exact spot. Like by my chest. And I put my phone there.
Oh no, she might get punched in the process.
So in the morning when the alarm goes off and I reach over her to hit it, she's like, nah! What are you doing?
Beans has accidentally snoozed my alarm before.
That's so cute.
Because his little toe beans register on my phone screen.
That's so cute!
Yeah, it's cute, but not very helpful. Oh. You've seen influencers saying shit that you shouldn't rely on your phone for that. You should get an old school alarm clock and put it across the room, and therefore force yourself to get up and walk across the room to turn it off. But that sounds like hell, actually. And it's not like you really have anything to get up for. You were up late last night, okay? Doing a normal thing, hanging out with someone at her apartment. Even if you did make a totally disastrous move on her, which maybe would have turned out okay if you hadn't just acted like a total freak on her. Well, it could have been worse, because from what she told you, she wasn't that into you. She was just going with the flow, which sucks. Anyway, after getting that awkwardness out of the way, Yolanda turned out to be cool. You watched some bullshit reality TV, which typically you hate, but with Yolanda it was fun. You get why people are into that stuff.
I love reality TV.
I love it too. It's also wonderful to watch when you're high. I watched Is It Cake whilst high.
Is It Cake is so stupid.
It's so stupid.
I love it. I love it. I could not stop watching it. Yes, I love Is It Cake.
The point is, you wake up at the crack of noon, feeling refreshed and ready to plan your next live stream. You grab your laptop from the floor beside your bed and tab over to your schedule. Well, you say schedule. It's just a text document full of a bunch of indecipherable notes and dates scribbled for when you think you might want to do a video. Whatever. The next thing on your list is gnocchi. You could go for some gnocchi, seriously. Unfortunately, it seems you have fucked up. You were hoping to not have to leave your apartment at all today, but you already know you're out of flour. Shit. Go get some flour or make something else.
My instinct on the basis of us playing a game is go get some flour. If this were me in real life, and like I also really struggle sometimes with like getting out of the house and seeing people,
I would go back to bed. I think
I would make something else.
I'd be like, well, I have been defeated. Time for takeout.
Yeah, in like realistic, this is a simulation of my depressing life.
Yeah,
I would make something else.
But this game is not called My Depressing Life. It is called ValiDate, and go get some flour means that you might enter a new environment with new people.
Exactly. So we're going on game logic here, guys.
It'd be funny if she turned around and was like, I'm not getting any flour, fuck you.
I would love that.
Flour really should be one of those universal constants. You really shouldn't be able to run out of flour. It should really be a renewable resource, like water. There should be a flour cycle where the flour gets used, goes into the atmosphere, and then comes back down from the clouds as more flour.
I agree.
You really want that gnocchi though, so you begrudgingly change into pants and head out. You get a coffee on the way. You're feeling good by the time you reach the supermarket. The store is playing Marina and the Diamonds, and you sort of sing along as you make your way down the aisle, squinting a little in the fluorescent light. Supermarkets are weird liminal spaces no matter what time of day, empty or crowded. Well, the baking section looks weirdly barren. Very little sugar, absolutely no yeast, chocolate chips all tossed around like a tornado blew through. How does this even happen? Stay focused, or brief reverie.
Reverie. Kind of tempted to reverie.
Yeah, she deserves it. If you didn't know better, you'd think there was some sort of worldwide pandemic that interrupted supply lines and maybe inspired everyone to start baking bread in order to cope with the crushing reality of isolation. Oh my god! Oh, I love the developers of this game.
So good.
Yeah, as if that would ever happen. At least there is one more bag of flour. You can just snatch it up and... Oh no.
She is so hot.
Her character design, I know I keep talking about Arcade Spirits, but her character design reminds me of Queen Bee from Arcade Spirits.
Yeah.
Also, I'm thinking of playing Arcade Spirits The Next Generation when it is fully out on stream, because it would be fun.
That'd be dope. We would love that. I would love that. I'm sure that you guys would love that too. She is so hot.
She is very hot.
Like, I also found Yolanda really attractive.
Yeah.
But like,
in like a
this,
I find Yolanda attractive in a different way, I think.
In a very different way. It's just, look at her angry face.
Yeah. I think the angry face is like 50% of the resemblance in my head to Queen Bee. Instead of meeting the powdery paper of the bag of flour, you feel warm skin beneath your fingers.
It's getting hot.
Looking again, you find a brown hand beside yours on the bag. Nails painted a shiny pink. You both snatch your fingers back at the same time. Real flour.
Wow, the sexual tension is through the roof.
The hand belongs to a short girl who looks... Man, there really is no other word for it. She looks rough. Like you after one of your sleepless nights falling down holes on Beddit. Name searching yourself. Dark circles curve beneath her eyes, their edges red and puffy. She must have recently been crying. Her hair is pulled back from her forehead, lopsided, like she hadn't bothered to check herself out in the mirror before leaving the house. Honestly, this is how you look most days out of the week. But despite all that, the look in this girl's eyes is terrifying, to say the very least. She looks at you like she can't believe that you are here, in the flesh, getting in the way of her attempt to grab the last bag of flour. Hey, I need this. I really, really need this. I'm making a cake, okay? You swallow. You would never presume to tell this girl that she can't have her baking supplies, but actually...
If you're making a cake, shouldn't you be using cake flour? Aren't you so glad we went out to get flour?
Yeah. The girl blinks. What?
Well, cake flour is the same as all-purpose flour, it's just sifted finer. You can sift all-purpose flour to that consistency on your own, but who has the time to do that, right? And who even has a sifter in this economy, right?
Most people.
Yeah, that's a basic kitchen utensil.
Like, I understand she's trying to make an argument to get this bag of flour, but still... Man, you are babbling. You are just absolutely going. What are you, some sort of chef?
Yeah, actually, I am.
It's like, oh, bitch.
That pose is so...
Oh.
I love it.
The girl's eyes widen, and she shuts her mouth. Her shoulders slump. Jesus Christ. Obviously you should take it. I don't really need it.
I can't believe she looks like that and is straight.
I know.
The septum ring, too.
Yeah.
This is a crime against...
She's a bunny belt.
Sapphics. It is a crime against sapphics.
I just wanted to make a cake. Because I'm having a bad day. And obviously if you need it for work, it's way more important that you have it. God knows I don't need any more sweets. Like, that's literally all I've been eating all week. I mean, not all week. I haven't been like this all week. It's just been a really bad day. But, okay, you should definitely take the flour, because you need it more than me, because it's, like, your job. I think I already said that.
Aww.
She says all of that in one breath. You're worried that this girl might be having some sort of an episode, and if that's true, you need to get her to a professional as soon as you can, because, oh boy, are you not equipped to deal with this. Honestly, you did not come out here for this sort of situation, especially considering your own mental health has recently been hanging on by a single neuron. But then she closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Sorry, that was weird, right? I think I just said a lot of weird shit. She starts to turn away, and before you can stop yourself, you do something wildly out of character. It's just not in your toolset to make other people's problems your own.
Look, hey, I'm not trying to get all up in your business or anything. Because that's just not what I'm about, but you don't seem okay.
No, seriously, I'm fine. She bites at her lip. The store intercom crackles to life to report a spill on aisle 2. You know what? No, I'm not okay. Like I said, I've had a crappy last 24 hours. Like, your boyfriend breaks up with you and then takes your entire friend group with him level crappy. They even kicked me out of the fucking group chat. And, worst of all, this isn't even the first time that this has happened. This exact scenario. Where the person I'm dating is done with me, and then all the friends that I've made in the time since we started seeing each other leave too. That really does suck. Even people who were my friends first. That's awful.
So bad.
They always choose him. Another announcement. Looks like they're still looking for someone to clean up aisle 2.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah, sorry. I know I'm being extremely normal right now, just spouting off to some stranger in a grocery store.
It's fine. But I do know you. Do I know you from somewhere? You just look familiar.
I don't know. Were you maybe friends with my crappy ex and the crappy people that he hangs out with?
I don't have that many friends IRL. Unless you know an Alex Reza.
The girl shakes her head.
Maybe she knows Yolanda?
Maybe. Oh, maybe she knows Yolanda?
Or, oh, maybe Yolanda? Although, I guess I only met Yolanda yesterday, so we really couldn't have mutual friends.
The girl is making a face like maybe she does know Yolanda, but she doesn't seem inclined to talk about it. Which is fine, because wow, you really are just standing in the middle of a grocery store, pouring out your hearts to each other like this is a goddamn meet cute. I don't know, I stream sometimes, you know, like, games, whatever. Oh my gosh, she's a gamer!
She's a streamer! How?
I was wondering, like, the bunny belt
Why?
thing made me think of Diva, and I was like, it looks like something that Diva would wear from Overwatch. Who is like obviously a video game character, but canonically streams her mech fighting, which when you think of it is horrible.
Yes.
Even if she is fighting kaiju. But like, yeah, she's canonically a streamer and has that very like pink gaming setup streaming energy about her.
So you are telling us, you, the developers of ValiDate, are telling us, the gays.
Yeah. Can't you let us have this one thing?
Please. Can we trade? Can we make one of the other characters straight? Can we trade a gay for a straight? I need to know all the characters first before I choose who I would trade. But can we trade? Like, the entire cast of the game, besides from Keaton, and we're talking about, like, what, 13 characters?
There's a lot of people. It's over 10, definitely.
Are POC, and like people online have been overwhelmingly thirsting over the one white character, which is insane. Yeah, that's definitely racist.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that is what it is. That is how I know you.
This girl's voice is totally familiar to you, and so is her hair and her forehead, and just all the parts of a streamer that you see when you're just casually glancing at your screen when you have their stream on in the background for noise. You've probably heard Ashley's voice more than you have some of your real-life friends, which is pathetic.
I like your Apex streams.
Oh my god, they're talking about real games.
Yep.
Ha! Thanks. Anyway, one of us should probably grab the flower, so... She trails off as both of you turn to stare at the empty space on the shelf next to you. You look down the aisle to where a bald-headed guy with a stoop and a pair of muddy bikes.
Wait, this makes so much more sense as a setup, because I was like, oh, they both want the flower, and it's called Baking with Straight Girls, so she's gonna guest on the stream. But then I was like, why would a random stranger agree to be a guest on a stream? But if she's already a streamer, then...
Yeah, I don't know, part of me was like, maybe they're gonna go back to hers and make cake to make her feel better. It kind of reminded me of, like, in a less creepy way, of Natsumi's storyline in Doki Doki, but obviously you didn't get to play that. That was the one storyline you didn't play.
Oh, yeah,
but you go and bake at her house.
Oh, okay. Well, at some point, we were talking about it earlier, at some point we will be playing Doki Doki Plus, and we'll play Natsuki's route.
Because she's my best girl.
Yeah, and I still have my stream of it sitting on my computer. I can probably upload to YouTube at some point. But if people want it.
Did that old ass man just take her flower?
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like he can barely lift it. The two of you laugh, bonding over making fun of a senior citizen. For real though, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have wasted all your time babbling like that. If you want, I could give you the money and you could go to another store. I feel like I at least owe you that at this point. You have no idea what she's talking about. Then you realise that she's offering to buy the flower for you.
Oh my god, don't worry about that. It's not a big deal, I can just make something else for my stream. I'll do shakshuka. I have a bunch of tomatoes about to go bad.
What?
Girl, you don't even know. You've never had it? It's super good, you should try it.
I don't know what it is.
Shakshuka is like, I want to say it's definitely like either Arab or like Central Asian, like it might be Iranian or something. I'm not sure. But it's basically like like you make just some delicious garlicky tomatoey goodness in a pan, and then you crack 2 eggs into it.
I have seen that. And they like cook in...
And the eggs cook in your like tomatoey garlicky goodness. And then it's like the yolks are meant to be runny, so you can like dip your bread in the yolks and get all the tomato and garlic and egg and yolk and it does sound nice. It's so good. It's like, well, it's mostly just eggs and tomatoes, which I know sounds kind of weird, but it's great, I promise. It's not weird, it's just not a Western dish. Actually, why don't you come back to my place?
Huh?
I've been meaning to have a guest on one of my streams for a while.
Liar.
And it's fun to teach someone else how to cook.
It's not, actually. But you've suddenly realised that you very much don't want to be alone right now, even if that means hanging out with a total stranger. Well, not a total stranger. You do like her streamer voice. How do you know that I need someone to teach me how to cook?
Oh, I guess...
I'm just kidding. I can't cook for shit. The cake I was planning to make would have turned out terrible. I bake a lot, but it's never that good. But... She folds her arms and tips her head to the side. How do I know you aren't a serial killer?
I know a lot of people who depression bake, and I really support that, and I wish I was someone that channeled my mental illness into baking. But if it were me, I would have simply bought a cake and eaten it by myself.
Or got a Betty Crocker mix and poured a can of Coke into it.
Or that.
Yeah.
Or that.
Simple vegan cake.
Yeah. Like, if I were, like, in her situation, that's what I would have done. But how do I know you aren't a serial killer? We both could be serial killers. Like that Brangelina movie where they're both assassins who try and kill each other.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah. But with more being online.
Ashley quirks an eyebrow. Well, I don't have anything else to do. Let's do it. Why is I don't have anything else to do such a, like, plot driver in this game?
Because these people are all mentally ill AF.
Yeah.
I am simply surviving, and the plot progression of my life is based on I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I'm
might as well do this
might
thing.
as well do this. I'm alive yet again. I have to do something. What's up? It's me again, catching up on Naya's noms.
Snicker.
No comments. Save your crypt for the end, please.
Yes, ma'am.
We're making shakshuka today, folks. It's one of the top requested recipes on my Patreon. Hey guys, did you know that we have a Patreon?
Yeah. Link in the description.
You will find our Patreon below in the description. Which is weird, since it's maybe the easiest thing in the world to make. Yeah, I know a lot of people, like, around people, obviously, who make shakshuka as, like, an easy meal. And often, like, an easy, comforting meal.
Mm.
I think the cast iron skillet psychs people out.
You turn to your guest, who is all suited up in a spare apron, hair pulled back from her face more cleanly than before. Her skin tone is close enough to yours that you are able to share your foundation, which you know you're not supposed to do, but whatever. As mentioned earlier, you don't have herpes.
First, let me introduce my lovely assistant. This is Ashley. Ashley, say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
I literally just met Ashley an hour ago. This is 100% real and not fake.
She's telling the truth. We ran into each other at the grocery store. I know by saying 100% real, not fake, she's made this sound absolutely fake. But it's real.
I see some of you in the chat recognize her. That's awesome. Welcome.
Glancing at the chat, it's moving faster than it ever has before. Before you went live, Ashley shouted you out on all her accounts, and the subscriptions are pouring in almost faster than you can keep up with. For a moment, you lose your train of thought. You're being hit by so much intense social media clout dopamine, you don't know what to do.
Anyway, let's make shakshuka. As you can see, it's a lot of very simple ingredients. Garlic, of course. Hella tomatoes. I know someone is gonna ask in the comments if canned tomatoes are okay, and usually I'm all about taking every shortcut you can. But this time it really does need to be actual tomatoes. Truth. And you're gonna want to take the seeds out because tomato seeds are bitter. So basically, any tomato is fine, but you want to avoid the more seedy ones like Roma tomatoes.
You probably want big ones then, rather than cherry, so it's easier to take the seeds out.
Yeah. Big boys.
Yeah. What are they called? The beef tomatoes. They're called beef tomatoes.
Are they called beef tomatoes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. That's so funny. Beefy tomatoes. Seedy, that makes the tomato sound sketch as fuck. Seedful, full of seeds. Whatever, just don't use Roma tomatoes unless you want to suffer.
You hear Ashley huff a laugh next to you. You aren't sure if she's laughing at your cool tomato jokes or just at you, babbling worse than you usually do. Unable to help yourself, your eyes flick to the comments. You promised yourself you wouldn't do that, but you're all unsettled from having your usual streaming routine shaken up. Holy shit, that really is XX_ashbun_XX. Okay, the bunny was relevant.
Yeah.
Do you think they actually just met at a grocery store? Well, of course not. It's just a hook, so we'll all be like, oh my god, amazing. Aromatic rabbit. Well then, how the heck did they meet? OMG, what if they're dating? You roll your eyes.
Y'all need to be normal about this, please. Ashley is my guest. Be cool.
You should have known people were going to start shipping the two of you immediately. Your fans are just like that, God bless them. Bitch still hasn't plucked her heckin' eyebrows. Fuck off, Toxic Socks!
Honestly.
You flush and yank your eyes away from the screen. This is why you don't read the fucking comments. God, you hope Ashley hadn't seen that. It's true that you don't pluck your eyebrows much, but who has the time? You get down to it, showing the best way to decore and seed the tomatoes before scraping them into a bowl. You saute the garlic, pop open the tomato paste, and line the eggs up in a row. Ashley is a good co-host. She clearly has a lot of experience talking to an audience, which you knew going in, but she responds well to all your cheesy attempts at jokes and makes them better. And she turns out to be a way better cook than she had initially let on. Initially, you just planned to let her slice the bread at the end, but you end up being able to just assign half of it to her. She doesn't get shitty about being bossed around in the kitchen either, which you'd been afraid she might. Wow, I have never seen this many tomatoes before in one place. She breaks off abruptly.
Huh? I lost you.
You say it before you remember that you can't lose her. You're in the same room as her. You can't drop her on a call.
Ashley?
You turn and find her staring down at the counter. At first you think she's messed something up or broken a kitchen implement and is too nervous to tell you on stream. But then you see that she isn't staring at the counter after all. She's staring at the monitor. God, is your stupid fanbase acting foolish again? Then you glance at the screen. One person has taken over the comment section. Oh no. God, did you forget to limit people's ability to post multiple comments? You are such an amateur. Okay. Stupid dumb bitch, she's so toxic. That's why no one likes her, she's so problematic. You scan it as quickly as you can, lungs tightening up as you read it's all about Ashley and none of it is complimentary. In fact, this seems to be a burner account of someone with a personal bone to pick with her. Ex-boyfriend, perhaps?
Yeah.
It's just rows after rows of various crimes. She's abusive, she's mean, she's toxic, she's a bully, she's problematic. The person posts a link to a call-out post.
Oh shit.
Alex does his job and gets rid of the slanderous comments as fast as he can, and he bans the person. But right away a new account signs in and starts repeating all this slander. Beside you, you feel Ashley getting more and more upset. You don't know what to do. If you shut it down, this will be the second live stream that you've shut down early because of drama. Last time it was just your own personal drama that you made up in your head, but still.
It's really shitty.
Yeah.
Ashley.
I'm fine. She's clearly not fine. You spit some bullshit about having to wrap stuff up early because Ashley has another stream to get to. You're not even sure what you're saying anymore. Then you shut it all down.
I am so sorry about that. You were going to think I'm a total amateur for this. I really should have made it so that you can't post with a new account. Alex told me to do that like months ago, but I keep putting it off. I'm so sorry.
Ashley faces away from you. Her shoulder is shaking. Didn't I tell you that I'm not mad? Why did you shut it down? I didn't ask you to do that. This is your job, isn't it? She whips back towards you, face contorted in anger. You take a step back, surprised. How are you supposed to get anywhere with this if you just break down over nothing like this? You shake your head.
I wasn't breaking down or anything like that. I just thought you looked upset.
Well, I wasn't, okay? She yells so loud that you wince, clutching at your head as pain flares up in the back of your neck. You've been hovering on the edges of a migraine all day, and this isn't helping. Ashley's eyes lose their fire for just a moment before flaring back to life. See? That person in there was right. I am awful and toxic. You don't want me here. She's shouting so loud it rings down off the ceiling.
Oh dear. Okay, I immediately, instinctually do not want to yell back.
Yeah. Like, I don't think she's being like this on purpose. She's clearly got a lot going on.
Yeah, like, I don't agree with how she's handling the situation, but I empathize with, like, how upset she is.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's
think
helpful
yelling back
to
will
yell
help.
back, yeah. Hey, do you want something to drink?
You've never been good when someone was having a crisis. You're not even good when you yourself are having a crisis. Those are two different things.
They are, yeah, they really are. They really are.
Turning to your fridge, you take out 2 bottles of water and pass one over to Ashley. Her eyes are still blazing, but she reaches out and takes the water. She holds it, one hand poised over the cap without opening it. She's looking at the ground. Her volume is more reasonable, voice trembling at the edges. You realise that if she leaves now, you'll probably never see her again. And okay, it's not like the two of you are besties, you've known her for about 2 hours, but still you don't want her to just wander out into the gloomy Saturday with that look on her face.
Listen, I'm not gonna pretend I know what's going on with you, or like after school special you, or whatever, but you seemed pretty nice to me until that person rolled in and started being a dickhead. So you can leave if you want, but don't leave because you think I'm gonna kick you out or anything. Because I'm not.
Ashley is still staring at the ground, but something in the set of her shoulders tells you that she's listening.
That stuff you were telling about sounds pretty heavy. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. But if you don't want to, that's also fine. We can just chill.
Ashley finally pops the top on her water. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think probably deciding to stream when she, like when they met in the grocery store, she was like, I'm not doing good.
Yeah.
I think deciding to stream on a day where she was like, I'm not doing good and I want to bake a depression cake was probably a bad shout.
Yeah.
Obviously it's fine, like they can't go back and change that, but...
They were probably just trying to find a way to... That's the only pretense that Inaya could, like, be like, hey, I want to socialise with you.
Yeah. Totally, yeah.
And unfortunately it is work.
Yeah.
The two of you clear up the kitchen together, tossing the half-finished shakshuka and ordering takeout instead. It's really more of a curry kind of day, actually. Alex always says that for a professional chef, you sure love ordering food.
Well...
When you're cooking all day, you don't want to have to then cook when you get home.
That makes total sense. Like, if cooking is your job, like, you do it literally every day, I think sometimes, like, it feels nice to be cooked. I'm sure it feels, I don't know why I'm saying that, like, that's my job. But I'm sure that it feels nice to be cooked for.
I think my sister feels like that.
Yeah.
You say that for someone who works in a bank, he sure loves using ATM machines. He tells you that doesn't actually make any sense, and you tell him to go fuck himself. Your apartment has a dishwasher, but Ashley doesn't use it. She washes, rinses, and dries all the cookware before finding the places in the kitchen where it belongs and putting it away. Back when you'd first moved in, you'd ignored the dishwasher too. You hadn't grown up with one. Sorry for, freaking the fuck out multiple times. I just wasn't ready for that.
It's okay.
You take the dish towel from her and start drying while she rinses.
Do you have any idea who that person was? The troll?
Ashley's mouth does something bitter and complicated. I got a suspicion. No way she'd ever admit to it, though. Someone I used to hang out with who I know never liked me. And now that I'm not in the group anymore, I'm fair game, you know? You don't know, actually. You've never had a falling out with a group. You've never had a group to fall out with. Wow. That's depressing. Sorry it fucked up your stream.
Whatever. They can wait. I'll record something and post it later this week. They don't all have to be live. I've been thinking about cutting down on the amount of them I post anyway. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I do a lot of streaming too, and it's about 10 times more exhausting than it should be. Relatable.
Yeah.
You smile. Ashley seems kind of high maintenance, to be perfectly honest, but also like she understands you on a level most people don't. The level of modest internet fame and a following of slightly annoying people who you nevertheless cherish. You don't think you could date Ashley. Not that you think she's right when she yelled that she's a terrible person who doesn't deserve love. She's just a little more than you could take right now. But you absolutely wouldn't mind being her friend. That you can do. Hanging with the mean girl.
Love it.
Cute.
Also, look at these buff brown ladies.
Love them. I just keep occasionally remembering that Inaya is 6 foot, and I'm like, oh my god.
Incredible. See, PvP flower mode unlocked. Hanging with the mean girl. unlocked. Inaya root with Imari
Oh.
unlocked.
Lesbians.
Lesbians,
Sapphics.
sapphics.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen, you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.